Today, I'll be going over the top 5 best guns in COD Mobile Season 7. These top 5 broken guns in COD Mobile may be surprising, but they are also so good to the point that it's absolutely disgusting. I'll also be revealing the COD Mobile Season 7 best setups for each one of these guns currently for Legendary rank. The top 5 guns in COD Mobile Season 7 are truly the best for a reason, and I'll tell you why they have been at the top even now in this current meta. Let's also try to get 300 likes on today's video, and if you're new, finding me for the first time and you enjoy my content, make sure to go ahead and smash that goddamn subscribe button like your life depends on it, because we are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. I will be doing a giveaway at that time, and in order to participate, make sure to join my Discord and follow me on Twitter and Instagram, which will be linked down below in the description as well as in my comments section. Alright guys, so starting off with the honorable mention, we're going to be putting the DRH here. I wanted to throw the DRH in the honorable mentions list because of the 2 buffs it received over the course of 2 updates, being the ADS bullet spread accuracy. I do think this AR is such a tremendous weapon inside the game. It definitely deserves a lot more spotlight than it does. I definitely would advise all of you guys who are looking to, use a different weapon if you're bored instead of ranked, use the DRH. DRH is a very good gun to use this season, and also the Gunsmith build that I will be showing towards the end is actually very good as well. So yeah, the reason why I have it here as the honorable mention is because it received 2 buffs in terms of the ADS bullet spread accuracy department, as well as some of the handling and the movement speed decrease that it also got. So it's very versatile, very good, but it definitely and unfortunately did not make it in the top 5 list because of the other guns that are just so much more powerful, so much more lethal inside the game. But honestly, I like putting the DRH here. Definitely you're able to slay out and stuff like that, and it's such a tremendous weapon. I honestly love it. So here is actually going to be the Gunsmith build for it, pretty simple, and yeah, so let's go ahead and move on to gun number 5 on this list, which is going to be the Bison. The Bison, obviously, still such a versatile gun. I mean, this SMG is incredible. I mean, the design, the practicality to it, the innovation when it comes to having an SMG like this, a 60-round mid to close range combat weapon. Super good. You can pre-fire all day long, and honestly, it's been at the top for 3 seasons now. It's still been in the top 5 list. I still consider this such a great SMG to use. And like I said, COD Mobile put this gun in really hard. It was hard meta back in, I believe, Season 5. So, in Season 5, this gun was dominating, and then Season 6 kind of got a little bit of a damage range nerf, and then, in Season 7, still pretty good. Like, if you're playing on close range maps like this, on Nuketown, such a truly incredible map. I mean, people are just going crazy with this gun. And it's very good for dropping nukes. Like, this is a gun that is really good for dropping nukes, because if you're using an SMG with that amount of bullets, 60 bullets, pretty good. So in terms of, its composition or overall practicality as well, phenomenal SMG. I think COD Mobile did a good job balancing this gun in the end. I mean, I do think that it deserves the number 5 spot just because of how useful it is with the 60 round mag and other stuff like that. So in terms of that, here is actually going to be the Gunsmith build for the gun. It's about to pop up right now. Go ahead and take a look at it. You can utilize it. It's honestly a very good build. I highly recommend it. Moving on to the 4th position on this list, it's going to be the HVK. Dude, the HVK is actually so good, super underrated. It actually got a buff this season as well. I believe it was the ADS bullet spread, and I think a little bit of the damage range got a buff on it. But man, this thing, this thing melts people. Early on, actually, I think either it was Season 6 or Season 7, or earlier in the season, it did have a glitch to where it would 2-shot, but dude, honestly, ever since it got tweaked and it got a buff, it has been absolutely phenomenal this season. I mean, dude, this AR is very good. I definitely think that, let's say, for example, if you were to choose between the AK-117 or HVK, highly recommend the HVK. I think it's a lot better. The only problem about it is its bullets. I think bullets, having like, 24 bullets in a mag, it's not very useful. I would only use this on close range maps. Like I said, COD Mobile, in terms of its map pool and stuff like that, when you're using assault rifles like this with low round mags and high damage fire rate, you want to be able to use it in close range maps. Not saying you can't use it on all maps, but I mean, it's very good on close range map. Like, this is a close range assault rifle at this point. It's something that, you just have to, be aware of. And it definitely deserves number 4 on this list. It definitely even could be higher, but I mean, due to the other guns that I will be revealing to you guys, you'll know why this gun's number 4. I mean, super versatile. I mean, dude, I'm just going ham, in my rank lobbies, especially whenever I've been using this gun. Truly incredible. I think I don't know why I have not seen people use HVK in ranked. Ever since I kind of tried it out, and I'm like, dude, I'm like, wow, man, this gun is incredible. I mean, even this camo too. This camo is fantastic. I love the skin on the HVK. It's super, super nice, and the movement you get with it. I mean, the movement with this assault rifle is amazing. It's not slow at all. It's very nice. Reload animation, everything's great about the gun. The only thing is, I definitely would consider this a high skill gap weapon, because you have to really be accurate with this gun in order for it to be effective. Because if you're not accurate, you don't have good aim, this gun will not be as rewarding as such as the other guns. Like, you know, instead of Bison, since you have 60 bullets, you can pre-fire everything you want. But, you know, guns like the DRH and stuff like that and like this are going to be useful. So for the Gunsmith build, here's what I'm going to be rocking with. You know, large caliber ammo is sensitive here, so go ahead and give that a try. And let's move on to gun number 3. Gun number 3, MX9. Of course, I had to put the MX9 on here. The only SMG that hasn't been touched at all. And this gun, like I told you guys in my previous top 5 list, was actually very similar in terms of the QQ9. I really thought this was a better version, you know, or a better version, I might say, than the QQ9. So this gun hasn't been touched at all. It basically replaced the Fennec, because the Fennec got a nerf. So unfortunately, you know, the Fennec got brutally nerfed this season, and I'm just happy that it's no longer being used that much in ranked. But the MX9 is definitely a force to be reckoned with. This is basically the new best close range SMG in the game now. That basically took the Fennec in the QQ9 spot, and you know, obviously, it's really good. I think. And the reason why I put it at number 3 is because, like I said, the Fennec got nerfed, and, you know, it's just a really good close-range SMG at this point. And also, in the competitive scene, a lot of different regions have been literally 5-manning MX9. I mean, it's good. I mean, the gun is good. In terms of its versatility, you can't do that much with it. It's very similar to how you would build the Peacekeeper and the Hades LMG. And so, I don't really know. Honestly, very good close range SMG. Been seeing it a lot in rank. People have been abusing this like crazy. The movement is excellent. I mean, dude, honestly, the reward skill gap on this gun is really nice. I mean, dude, you can do a lot of different things with this gun. The movement, I mean, it's truly incredible. When you're an SMG player and you want to play aggressive, this is the gun to use. So I definitely would recommend giving this more of a try. A lot of people have been using it in ranked. You can definitely give it a shot and see how you like it. I mean, I don't really use it that much because I don't really like it that much, because I am an aggressive, you know, player, but the MX9 sometimes I just feel like doesn't do what I want it to do compared to some of the other guns, the 2 other guns that I have on this list. And normally I would actually resort to Bison because I much prefer the medium to long range gunfights when I'm using an SMG. I don't know why, but I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, what I'm saying is like I'm an AR player, but it really depends on your playstyle and how you want to play. But the MX9 will give you that ability to kill at close range and be lethal. And as you can see here on this lobby, I'm just absolutely annihilating people. I don't know why that guy was eating so much, but I mean, yeah, so in terms of that, let's go ahead and actually take a look at the Gunsmith build for this gun. Here's going to be the Gunsmith build that I'm rocking. Definitely give it a try. Large caliber ammo can be replaced with the other magazine, so it just depends. But with that being said, let's go on, move to gun number 2. So gun number 2, the Holger, right? The Holger is such a... God, it's such a disgusting gun still, man. Like, I don't know. You guys can all agree with me, right? Think about this. COD Mobile... okay, made a gun named the Holger last season, or no, 2 seasons, I don't know, last season, right? Implemented it in the game, nerfed, honestly, not, like, nerfed the crap out of it, but it's still so freaking good, dude. It's still so freaking good. Think about this. You nerf a gun, you implement a gun, you nerf it after 1 season, and it's still really, really good. I don't know. Hats off to COD Mobile, I guess. They made a gun to where, like, they can basically, you know, they made it so broken to the point that even though they nerfed it, it's still good. I don't know why, man. The LMG meta is super boring. People still abuse this gun all the time in ranked, and honestly, I've run into so many of these Holger users that it's absolutely insane. I mean, like, wow, dude. I just cannot believe that COD Mobile really made a gun to where even if they tweak it, it's still so good. Like, they nerfed it so hard, but at the end of the day, it's still so good. I mean, dude, the 100-round capability, it's basically the best. I mean, it basically is an AR and LMG at the same time, and it still has great movement. The only thing, though, so I was experimenting with the LMG, you know, Gunsmith builds, right? And I was experimenting the Gunsmith variant for this gun, and I can tell you right now for a fact, you cannot, do not run MIP, you know, light barrel and no stock together. That is a completely no-go. If you do run those 2 attachments together on this gun, it will literally kill the gun's performance. So if you want the gun to you know, be a beam exactly like how you're seeing right here. Like, look at me right now. I have not died. I literally secured a nuke, and I've been just beaming and beaming and beaming all day long. So just make sure that, you know, when you are building the LMG, the Holger, right, you don't want to have no stock and MIP light barrel both equipped on the gun. It really is going to kill the gun's accuracy, and you don't want to do that. So basically what I would recommend is just having only one or the other. And the Gunsmith build that I will show you in just a second is going to pop up momentarily, and you know, you can take a look at it, take a screenshot of it. But like I said, it's such a fan. I mean, it deserves the number 2 spot. This actually can change between number 1 or number 2. And yeah, so here's going to be the Gunsmith build for, you know, the number 2 best gun in the game currently. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get on to gun number 1. Gun number 1, ASVAL. Wasn't touched at all. The only thing that got nerfed this season was the ammo. Basically, you just run slower. The movement speed, all it did was get nerfed. I mean, this gun is still, I mean, Jesus. It's such a great AR, such a good close range AR. It's a little bit better than the HVK. Basically, like I said, out of all 3, AK-117, HVK, and ASVAL, the ASVAL is still the best. I mean, best close range gun. You want to have fun? Use HVK. You want to be tryhard? Use ASVAL. Simple as it gets, guys. Simple as it gets. I cannot tell you how good this gun is. I mean, incredible assault rifle, really. Did not get a bunch of nerfs. And I do expect it. Honestly, I do expect COD Mobile to nerf this gun pretty soon because, like I said, I think the meta is pretty stale. It's basically the same meta as last time. The only difference is people are not using Phoenix as much. And even if they do, you pretty much only see them on Summit. And you're still encountering Holgers and ASVALs all the time, right? So, I mean, a little bit of Bison here and there. So the meta is practically the same, but just a little bit different. There are some guns that are a little bit more viable, like the HVK and stuff like that. That's pretty much the only new gun on this list that basically took the Fennec spot, and the Fennec was a lot higher. So the MX-9 basically took the Fennec spot, the ASVAL took the Holger spot, and the Holger dropped down because of the nerfs it received. So it really depends. Honestly, I don't know. You know, you guys got to let me know if this season's meta is a lot better. Like, do you guys enjoy this season compared to last season? Or are you guys like, yeah, you know, Evader, it's still the same meta. But, I mean, these are the top 5 best guns with that honorable mention like I suggested to you guys. And I think this is a pretty fair list. I think this is probably going to be the best list for Season 7 of the top 5 most broken guns inside the game. Or, you know, the best in general. So, I mean, like I said, you know, there isn't really a lot of options. You know, there's a ton of guns inside this game. But at the end of the day, these are the guns that people are using in ranked, right? Like, you're going to run in, guaranteed, you're going to run into one person using ASVAL, one person using MX-9, one person using Bison, one person using Holger. And, I mean, it's very rare to see people use DRH. I mean, I use it, and it's still really good. So, and you got to keep in mind, people are using the Shorty. You know, I forgot to put the Shorty up here, but the Shorty, you know, as a secondary gun, that's the best secondary in the game. And considering it got another buff, you know, think about that. You see Holger users with, you know, Shorties, or, you know, MX-9 users with Shorties as well. So it's a pretty lethal meta right now in the game. Very, I would say, unenjoyable and non-enjoyable at the same time. But here's actually going to be the Gunsmith build for the gun. Let me know how this Gunsmith build works for you guys and stuff like that. Give it a go ahead and try. This is the go-to. And yeah, guys, that is going to be it for the video. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.